your shoulders. So yin yoga is that type of yoga where we hold the postures. For tonight, we'll hold them for 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes each. And this way we get into the connective tissue, we improve flexibility, circulation, all kinds of benefits that happen when we're doing these stretches, holding them for long periods of time when we're not warm. So you will absolutely need 2 blocks for this practice. If you do not have 2 blocks, grab a towel or a blanket. You will need something. And if you have a strap is good and helpful. Okay, we'll get started in a child's pose. So coming forward into your child's pose, you can have your knees together or apart, but have your big toes touching. Arms reach forward. Let your head fall towards the floor. If it doesn't make it to the floor, you can slide a block or a pillow underneath it. But just start to notice what showed up with you on your mat today. Checking in with yourself and noticing what your status is physically, mentally, emotionally, without trying to change anything, without judging the answers that come up. Just sitting with yourself and whatever it is that's going on in your life. You're breathing deeply in and out through the nose. The breath is your best friend in this yin practice, because every time your mind gets busy, you'll be able to just turn your awareness back to the breath and be transported back into the present moment. With each exhale, let the hips drop a little closer to the heels. Keep the breath slow, long, and full. Trying to find stillness in the body and mind. So we're going to add a little something extra to our child's pose. If you have your blocks, you're going to grab them and place them the long ways on your mat in front of you. If you don't, you'll do the same thing without the blocks. The blocks just makes it a little bit better. You're going to place your elbows and forearms on the blocks, and you're going to have to find the spot that kind of works for you. But eventually you'll bend your arms, palms come together, back behind your head, relaxing the elbows and the upper arms into the blocks. So it's going to be a big shoulder and tricep stretch. And then tuning back into the breath. And just breathing into all the sensations that you're feeling here. Even though we're not moving very much in our yin practice, it is still very, very challenging for other reasons. So know that it is supposed to be difficult. It is supposed to test you, and you are supposed to learn about yourself here. Making sure you're still breathing in and out through the nose. And then very slowly, let's start to come up. Move the blocks to the side. And we'll come forward to hands and knees into table pose. Reach your right arm up to the sky. And then thread the needle. Send the right arm under and through. Right palm faces the sky, right temple to the floor. Start to straighten your left arm over your left ear, maybe crawling your left hand towards the right edge of the mat for a deeper stretch. You're gazing up under your left armpit. So it's a twist and a shoulder stretch, making sure your right shoulder is really tucked underneath there. And you're welcome to take your left arm and wrap it around your low back, hooking the fingers to the inner right thigh to open up the left shoulder even more if that feels good for you. If you prefer to just have both arms straight, that's perfectly fine as well. Whatever expression of this posture is best for you and your body today. If your mind is getting busy, bringing it back to the breath and how it feels going in and out through the nostrils. Taking a few more rounds of breath here. And then slowly unwind that. Plant the left hand back down and unwind the right arm. Reach it back up to the sky. Maybe move it around a little. Anything that feels good after that big stretch. And then coming back down to table pose. Reaching the left arm up to the sky. And then threading it under and through. Left palm to the sky, left temple to the floor. Again, crawling your right fingers forward. If you want a deeper stretch, you can crawl them over to the left, gazing under your right armpit, really tucking that left shoulder underneath, stretching out your left deltoid. Close your eyes and breathe. And if you did so on the other side, feel free to reach your right arm around your low back, grabbing hold of the inner left thigh and opening up your right shoulder more, if this feels good for you. No matter what shape you're in, you're staying with those slow, conscious breaths. So often throughout the day, we're just breathing shallowly. We're not paying attention to our breath at all. This is where we really get to focus on sending all that prana, circulating all that air, exhaling all the stale air, and getting in new air to the lungs. Let's plant the right hand back down, reach the left arm back up to the sky, move it around however you need to, and then come back to table. We're going to come into a puppy pose. So it's kind of similar to child's pose, but the hips stay high. So start to crawl your hands forward and melt your heart towards the floor. So hips stay high. Maybe your head comes to the floor.
maybe your chest and your chin come to the floor. That takes time. So if your chest is far away from the floor, it's fine. Just keep thinking about letting your heart melt lower to the mat. You're reaching your arms long and breathing into that spot in between your shoulder blades on your upper back. This posture can get pretty intense pretty quickly. So just noticing that, noticing the challenge, and using your breath. Each inhale creates space in your body, and each exhale, release any tension. It can be hard to take full breaths here, so just do your best to really consciously focus on that. Noticing what your mind is doing and just bringing your focus back onto your yoga mat. And then very slowly, let's come back up to table. Maybe you need to shake out the arms a little bit. Just move your body around in whatever way feels good. And then let's switch it up, come to a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged or on your knees, whatever is going to be comfortable for you. Make sure you have your strap nearby because you're likely going to need it. And I'm actually going to turn around so that if you need to look at what I'm doing, you could see from the back. Reach your right arm up to the sky, bend it. You're going to take your left hand on top of your right elbow and gently press on it. This is going to start to open up your right shoulder and your right tricep. Breathing here. Option 1, you can say just like this. Option 2, you can go for the bind, bending your left arm and hooking your fingers behind your upper back. If you cannot reach, you can use your strap and do that same exact shape, these cow face arms, but just holding onto the strap. So again, any of those 3 options, but pick one and just breathe into it. If you're in a bind with or without the strap, your left hand is almost pressing between your shoulder blades. So creating a little bit of a back bend in your upper back. Sometimes I like to press my head to my right arm and my right arm to my head, and that makes it a little bit more intense. We won't be here very long because this is a tough one. It's very intense and we get the benefits really quickly. Very slowly unwind that, shake it out, move the arms around in whatever way feels good. And then when you're ready, we'll do that on the other side. So reaching your left arm up to the sky, bending it, bringing your right hand to your left elbow and gently pressing on it to stretch out your left shoulder and left tricep. Notice the difference between sides. Where are you feeling it more, on your right or left? Just something to notice. And you can stay here, or you can go for the bind with or without the strap. Because of our imbalances between sides, you might have to take a variation on this side that's different than the previous. Maybe you need the strap here when you didn't on the other side. Making whatever adjustments you need to for this shape to be okay in your body. Make sure you're sitting tall, whatever variation you've chosen. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Slowly unwind that, and again, move the arms, the shoulders, the head in any way that you need to just come back from that. And then we're going to take eagle arms. So you'll bring your arms out into a T. Give yourself a hug with the right arm on top. And then reach the arms out in front of you. You're going to wrap them once or twice. It's okay if you can't double wrap. Hug the arms towards each other. Hands extend slightly away from the face. Sit tall and breathe. Feel the opening in your right shoulder blade. Close your eyes so that you can just observe the sensations without being distracted by all the stuff that's going on outside of you. Slowly unwind that and just shake it out. Get the circulation back into your shoulders, and then arms out into a T. Give yourself a hug, left arm on top this time. Wrap your arms once or twice into eagle arms, hugging your arms towards each other, deepening the stretch and breathing into your left shoulder blade. Closing your eyes, tuning into the sensations. Slowly unwind that. Shake it out however you need to. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. Left arm is going to come straight out of the shoulder socket. So alignment is important with this pose. So you'll reach your left arm right out into a T. Make sure that your wrist is directly in line with your shoulder. It's not in front of it. Your right hand can be wherever is comfortable. I like to usually just have it kind of hanging out right next to my chest. Left ear down to the floor. Finding a comfortable position for your right hand. And then bend your right leg, flip the bottom half of your body over, plant your right foot to the floor, right knee points up to the sky. So the inside of your entire left arm, left chest, just relaxing down into the floor. This is a very big one. Opening the shoulder, opening the chest. It's a little bit of a back bend. So do your best not to clench any muscles in the face or in the body. And just breathe into it. If you need a little bit more, you'll roll back to your belly. You'll bend your left arm to a 90-degree angle, cactus arm, and you'll do the exact same thing where you flip the bottom half of your body and bend the right leg once again. If you're good where you are with the arm straight, then just stay right there. Every body is different, so doing what's best for you and your yoga practice. This is where we learn to take care of ourselves on our yoga mats by doing what is right for us. Not focusing on what everyone else is doing, but honoring our bodies. Continuing to breathe wherever you are. Slowly roll back to your belly. Make your hands into a pillow. Left ear comes down. Take a moment here. Notice all the sensations that you feel from coming out of this posture. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So reaching your right arm directly out into a T, wrist in line with shoulder. Left arm is wherever is comfortable. Right temple, right ear comes down to the mat. Bend your left leg and flip the bottom half of the body over. Left foot plants to the floor and the left knee points up to the sky. Close your eyes, settle in here. Again, if you need to roll back to your belly and bring your arm into a 90-degree angle, cactus arm, and then flip back, that's fine. Sometimes less is more, sometimes we need more. Sometimes it's very different between sides. Know that this stretch in particular is very challenging. And it could tend to bring up a lot of thoughts and emotions. So if you're getting angry, if you're getting frustrated, just watch how that unfolds without reacting to it. Very slowly start to come out of that. Roll back to your belly. Make a pillow with your hands, right ear to the floor this time. Taking a few moments here. And then very slowly you'll press yourself up. You're going to grab your blocks or your towel. So we're going to be coming into our final pose before Shavasana, we're going to come into a restorative or supported fish pose. So first of all, if you don't have blocks, you're going to fold up your blanket, place it on the floor, and lay down, making sure that the blanket is right underneath the shoulder blades. I'm going to have my feet in a butterfly shape, but whatever feels comfortable for the legs. You'll bend your arms to cactus and let them just fall over the blanket, so you'll feel a nice gentle heart opening. Second option, if you have the blocks, you're going to place one to the back of the mat at the tallest level, and then the second block is going to be horizontal on the second level. So the tallest block will be for the back of the head. The second block is going to come right to the base of the shoulder blades or the bra strap line. You're going to have to figure out where the sweet spot is. So when you're ready, you'll come down, bringing your legs to butterfly or any shape that feels good, adjusting the blocks however you need to, and then just letting the arms fall open. We're going to stay here for a few minutes. And this is just a really, really good place to spend time in. So often we're hunching over, we're driving, we're typing, we're texting. This is just a very good way to get back into alignment, to open up the heart. It's also a good posture to help with depression or anxiety. Because we're opening up the heart, we're getting vulnerable. So if you feel a little bit exposed, that's very normal. Wherever you are, just allowing yourself to soften onto the blocks or blanket. And just breathe. Taking a few more breaths here. And then slowly rolling to one side, move the blocks or blanket out from underneath you and come to lay flat on your back in Shavasana. Legs straight out, feet fall open, palms face the sky. Nice neutral spine here. Close your eyes. Relax all the muscles in your face and in your body. And just let go. Gently start to deepen your breath, Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly. And thank yourself for showing up on your mat tonight. Yogis, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Namaste.